Good morning, Kenosha. How was your weekend? Our weekend was pretty good. We were really busy prepping for a new listing that we have coming up on Tuesday. So be on the lookout in MLS and Zillow for that new listing that's hitting in Racine on Tuesday. What did you do this weekend? Did you do anything fun? Anything exciting? I know that the weather's finally warming up today on Monday, June 2nd. So if you like warmer weather, if you like the summer weather, we're going to finally hit it. It should be close to 80 today and tomorrow. So if you love this warmer weather, let me know down here in the comments. What do you think? Do you love the warmer weather or do you enjoy the cooler weather? I would really like to know. So a little information for you guys. This will be my last weekly market update for you guys. I'm doing it because I'm just not getting the views. The views on my channel, the analytics are showing that the views are just not there. I'm only getting a couple dozen to maybe 20 views a week on the weekly market updates. So I'm going to pivot and make them a monthly market update. So you'll still get market updates from me every month. They'll just not be weekly. They'll just be monthly market updates for me. So you'll see one monthly market update for me. So be on the lookout for that. It'll probably be in the middle of the month. But you'll still get market updates from me about what the market's doing here in the Kenosha Racing area. They just won't be weekly. You'll probably actually like the monthly one better because it'll be more encompassing. It'll be more about the whole Kenosha Racing area instead of just Kenosha specific. So hopefully you guys like that better. We'll see how it goes. But this will be the last weekly market update. Let's go ahead and jump into the Kenosha specific weekly market update here. And we'll go from there. This one. We will start here at the market action index number. It stayed the same at 63 this week. It did not change. It was at 63.34 last week. It actually went up just a tiny little bit to 63.72 from last week. So really no change at all. A tiny bit hotter. Houses are probably selling a little bit faster. Prices probably ticked up a little bit. But let's look at prices real quick. So prices are at $362,500. Just a tiny bit higher from last week. They were at $356,949. So a tiny bit higher from last week. These are prices that are everything that's currently on the market. So a tiny bit higher from last week. And then prices of everything that came new on the market is at $299,450. And they were at $299,900 last week. So that's actually down a little bit. So new listings are listed a little bit lower from what they were last week. Excuse me. So that tells me that sellers are seeing data saying that houses just aren't selling. They're seeing that other sellers are having to lower their price to get their houses sold, and they're seeing more days on market. So they're having to list their houses for a little bit less money to try and get their houses sold for as much money as possible, as quickly as possible. So they're having to list their houses a little bit lower than they normally would. This is what happens typically when we see the market not really cool off, just kind of flatten out a little bit. And I expect that we'll probably see this happen throughout the rest of the summer. We'll probably see the market tick up a little bit as we head into June and July, but we'll probably see the market kind of flatten out throughout the rest of the summer like this. I don't think it'll get too much hotter just because, like I said in the last video, I don't think people can afford these prices too much longer. Prices have gotten so high and so out of control here in the Kenosha Racing area. I don't think people can afford too much more housing prices. Price per square foot is at $200 per square foot. It was at $203 last week, so that's down just a tiny little bit. Average days on market is at 77. It was at 77 last week, so no change there. Median days on market looks like it ticked up just a tiny little bit to 21. It was at 14 last week. So an increase of seven days. So it's still not too bad. It means that your houses are selling in 3 weeks. Your houses are still selling really fast. So if you're a seller and you need to be out of your house quickly for whatever reason, it means you can still put your house on the market and it's still selling really fast. So our market is still moving really quick. We're still seeing buyers putting multiple offers. We're seeing multiple offers on houses. We're seeing cash offers. We're seeing houses close really fast. So if you're a seller and you need to be out of your house quickly for whatever reason, that's good news. If you're a buyer and you're looking to buy a house, that's kind of bad news. It means you have a lot of competition. It means you have to put in a strong offer. If you need help doing that, contact me or Aalia. we're happy to help you do that. We have all the tips and tricks to help you do that. Make your offer as strong as possible. Price decreases here are at 25%. That is up from 22.58%. That is actually pretty high. Like I keep saying, I would like to see this around that 10% mark. So this keeps ticking up a little bit. It just tells me that sellers are pricing their houses too high. They're getting a little more greedy, as we see prices keep going up and up and up. Sellers keep wanting to price their houses higher and higher and higher, hoping they can get top dollar for their house. But the problem with that is that buyers see that the prices keep going up and up and up, and they just pass by those houses that are priced higher and higher. And they keep going towards the houses that are priced a little bit lower and putting offers in on those houses. So as prices keep going up and up and up, buyers are looking for the houses that are priced at a value. They put offers on those houses. So then the sellers eventually have to lower the prices to attract more buyers to their houses. Price increases down to 0%. It was at 0% last week. So that's a good thing. Relisted is at 10%. That's a good number, really good number. I like to see this at 10%. It means that we're not seeing a lot of houses that are expiring and taken off the market and having to be relisted, either with the same agent or with a different number or with a different agent. So that means that houses are selling the first time with the first agent. So that's a good thing. We don't like to see a lot of listings expire and have to be relisted. Inventory is at 60. Looks like it ticked down just a little bit. It was at 62 last week. So a couple less houses here in Kenosha. Not a big change. I expect that we'll probably see inventory in the city of Kenosha probably stay around this 60 mark. It'll probably stay between this 40 and 80 mark in the city of Kenosha itself. If you include the county, it'll probably stay right around that 150 to 200 mark. If you include Kenosha County and Racine County, it'll probably stay right around that 300 mark. Median rent here, if you watch for rent, is at $2,288. It was at $2,200 last week. So up a little bit in rent. So if you are a renter, it keeps getting more and more expensive. Can you get a mortgage for that price? A 3-bedroom, 1-bath house? You can definitely get a mortgage for that price right now, depending on the area you're in, depending on your credit score, depending on your debt to income ratio, depending on all that stuff. So if you're looking to buy instead of rent, contact me. I'll put you in touch with a great lender, and we'll see what you qualify for and go from there. Again, the market action index number. I did not pull a specific chart for you here. We look at the median list price, how it went up and up and up, and now it's kind of flattening it out. I expect that we'll probably see it kind of flatten out throughout the rest of summer. We'll probably see it go up just a little bit more as we head into June and July, the peak selling season here in Wisconsin. But I think we've kind of seen the peak of it for now. I could be wrong. I'm often wrong if you ask my wife. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Then we have the market segments here. You can look at this for yourself. What's new and what's been listed, and then what's been sold. If you guys have any questions at all, please go ahead and give me a call. Shoot me a text. Aalia and I are happy to help you out any way that we possibly can. Our number is 262-331-1621, or contact us at any of the information down here below in the description of the video. Again, this is the last weekly market update video, but I will still be dropping 2 videos a week here on my YouTube channel, as well as shorts. So if you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to us anytime. We're happy to help you out. I can't wait to see you on the next video.